Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our top stories today, diving into some science, a fascinating story actually, the return of the dire wolf from Time magazine. Now, this first section is a paragraph. This first paragraph is just them waxing about Romulus and Remus, the two dire wolves. So we're going to get straight into the topic. The dire wolf once roamed an American range that extended as far south as Venezuela and as far north as Canada. But not a single one has been seen in over 10,000 years when the species went extinct. Plenty of direwolf remains have been discovered across the Americas, however, and that presented an opportunity for a company called Colossal Biosciences. That's right. Relying on deft genetic engineering and ancient preserved DNA, Colossal scientists deciphered the direwolf genome, rewrote the genetic code of the common wolf to match it, and using domestic dogs as surrogate mothers, brought Romulus and Remus and their sister 2-month-old 𝐀𝐦𝐚𝐳𝐨𝐧 into the world during 3 separate bursts last fall and this winter, effectively for the first time de-extincting a line of beasts whose live gene pool long ago vanished. Time met the males. 𝐀𝐦𝐚𝐳𝐴 was not present due to her young age at a fenced field in a U.S. wildlife facility on March the 24th on the condition of their location remain a secret to protect the animals from prying eyes. Now, of course, you fans of R.R. Martin know that 𝐀𝐦𝐚𝐳𝐴 is part of the story in Game of Thrones. And, of course, Romulus and Remus, the history of the Romans, the two wolves there that raised that raised Rome. And then, of course, we have the story here from ABC.
We turn now to that remarkable scientific breakthrough. 13,000 years after the last dire wolf walked the earth, scientists say they've now brought them back. Here's our chief national correspondent back up and with the video tonight.
Tonight, a howl 13,000 years in the making. In a first for science, biotech company Colossal Biosciences says it brought the extinct dire wolf back to life, a species that hasn't walked the earth since the Stone Age.
The dire wolf is the first de-extinct species.
Well known from HBO's hit show Game of Thrones, ABC News given exclusive access into Colossal's lab in Dallas, where scientists are using genes from gray wolves to create dire wolves.
We've taken a gray wolf genome, a gray wolf cell, which is already genetically 99.5% identical to dire wolves, and we've edited those cells at multiple places in its DNA sequence to contain the dire wolf version of the DNA. That animal looks like a dire wolf, it will behave like a dire wolf, and it is a dire wolf.
Now, 7 months old, dire wolves Romulus and Remus eating well and getting bigger every day. And David, the company tells us they're not stopping there. They plan to have woolly mammoths roaming the earth again by 2028. But critics argue that this de-extinction could harm fragile ecosystems. David?
Yeah, the image.
Fascinating, isn't it, to think that they have done this. And, of course, as he says there, you know, there's a balance in nature, and there's always a reason for the things that we see in nature and the common progress of things that go extinct when they do. Because, of course, we do have wolves that exist as well, the dire wolf being a unique relative of that species, the canine lupus, or the canine. And here we have the return of the woolly mammoth. Can you guys imagine that? You let me know down in the comments section if you think the return of the woolly mammoth should also happen. Now, the woolly mammoth is an extinct species of mammoth that lived in the Middle Pleistocene, Pleistocene, until its extinction in the Holocene epoch. So you guys let me know down in the comments section if you think the return of the woolly mammoth will be neat, or is this just a curiosity of science, right? The continuation of our curiosity and fascination of life and the ebb and flow of nature and how it could impact nature. But I think just from a perspective of the fact that, we already have wolves in existence and in nature, I don't know how much of an impact the dire wolf itself would have among nature in and of itself. But nonetheless, I welcome your guys' thoughts and comments down in the comments section. And, of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to. So if you order frequently from Amazon or are a Prime member, I have my landing page link there. You guys can use that. It helps out the channel. And, of course, your privacy is protected. And speaking of privacy, while you're online, I have my virtual private network pick. That would be Trust Zone down there below as well. So if you're looking for a virtual private network to surf the net, it is definitely one of my favorites. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much for your continued support, because your likes, your shares, and your comments do help out the channel, especially here on YouTube. But I do want to thank all you guys across New Tech, that's BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, and those watching now on TikTok for your guys' continued support and appearing there on the screen. That would be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to subscribe. That's for all of you watching on YouTube. And, of course, select notifications. That way you'll know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.